Some of the most deprived areas in the whole of the UK.
In the North East, we have the highest unemployment rate in the country.
A quarter of children in the North East live below the poverty line.
It's soon to be home to 4 posh girls from down south.
We should all have jobs. I don't really want one.
Increasingly, British society is divided between the haves
I quite like the girl with Rolex.
and the have-nots.
There's been times I'm not even enough money to put gas and electric on. I've had no choice but to be on benefits.
And with the two sides mixing less and less, there's more risk of prejudice.
Lazy buggers, get off your ass and go to work.
Most rich people really are stuck up.
Cheers.
Over the next 10 days, these privileged young ladies will learn about life on the breadline with the help of 4 Geordie guides. They'll get a first-class Geordie education from their northern sisters
Note.
and acquire new skills.
It's good to see them doing some hard graft labour, isn't it?
Sparkling.
But there's a whole lot to learn when they enrol at the Geordie Finishing School for Girls.
Too many people do this. Oh no, I'm gonna cry.
Four affluent young ladies from the south of England are heading north into the unknown.
That's not going to work.
They'll be swapping their cosseted lives and designer clothes. For 10 days, they'll experience living on job seekers' allowance in some of the most disadvantaged wards in the country.
I've never been north of Cardiff, I've never been on a public bus, and I've definitely never been on a council estate.
21-year-old Steph is a politics student and competitive rower.
I'm expecting to find grey buildings and grey roads and grey sky, a sort of grey ambience of miserable sort of dreariness.
20-year-old Fee is a drama student whose daddy's an international banker.
Oh no, I missed it. I've always been in the south and I've grown up here, so like, it's kind of in my comfort zone. It's literally just like, I'm going into a blank space. That's what I'm most scared about, not knowing. It's my rabbit coat.
24-year-old Lucy, a financier's daughter, works as an events manager.
Well, I've never been to Geordie Land, but I imagine they would probably wear some matching tracksuits, hoodies, trappy styles. I hope it's going to be safe.
10 days. I'm really scared, actually, when I think about it.
24-year-old singer-songwriter Fiona is engaged to a banker.
I know that there's a high level of teen pregnancy in the north. I don't know why. Less to do, maybe.
It's the morning of enrolment. The 4 girls are taking their first tentative steps towards a world they've only ever heard about.
I love you.
I love you too, babe.
Bye-bye, babe. What can I do on the car?
Have a wonderful time.
Bye. I want to turn back. Oh my God.
For the first few days of their finishing school experience, the posh girls will be exposed to the effects of poverty on a section of British society they would rarely ever meet. If they're going to stand any chance of graduating, they'll need to learn to fit in and fast. Guiding the southern girls through the whole experience is Hufty,
Yeah, sewing?
something of a local legend when it comes to youth work in the city.
So you don't want to do contraception? Molly, you've got a baby.
With over 20 years' experience of helping young people, she's out to challenge some negative stereotypes.
Pretty good, Lucy. And what are you going to do at university? 5 years?
The Geordie stereotype is that we're all lazy, on the dole, we're chavs, or chavers as we say up here, and we all have millions of kids before we're 21. The reality is that we're friendly, straight talking, we've got a great sense of community, and that's why it's really important for these southern lasses to come up here and find out what's right and what's wrong.
Helping Hufty to show the posh girls around Newcastle are 4 young women who have grown up on some of the most disadvantaged streets in the city.
How are you feeling about the fact that these girls might feel a little bit prejudiced about you?
I've always been taught to treat people with respect and let them state their opinion because I think everybody's allowed their own opinion.
18-year-old Shauna grew up in Newcastle's best-known council area, Biker.
This here's the bike I walk. I wouldn't walk through the bike I walk on my own at night. Oh no. I'm not really bothered about money, to be honest. And money can only buy you certain things, it can't buy you like family and things like that, friends.
They come from such a wealthy background, everything's been handed them on a plate. And they'll probably talk like this. And they turn up with like a Gucci bag and Prada this and all the rest of it. I can guarantee that mum and dad puts £1,000 in the bank every month.
Unemployed, single and a mum of 2, life on benefits is a daily battle for Michaela.
Everything's just been a massive struggle, thinking, oh, where's tomorrow's meal going to come from? In an ideal world, I'd like to provide my children with a proper meal, not beans on toast every day.
What do you say?
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so what do you think if they start calling you things like Chavez?
I'd say
I'm proud to be a Chava, me.
Very good, Lindsay, I think.
I'd say I'm proud to be a Chava. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not a Chava, but I am who I am.
Youth worker Lindsay came up the hard way on the city's toughest estates.
My mouth got us into a lot of trouble. I was sort of the ringleader and led people astray, really. Where I'm from, if you're posh, you're either a policeman, social services, council. There's definitely prejudice about people with posh accents.
We'll have them swearing and everything by the time they go back down, I swear. They'll be totally different people. I bet their mother and fathers will be damn disgrace.
Kimberly is 20 and lives with her large, close-knit family and her young son.
I think I suffer Tourette's syndrome. Hey, that's my downfall, it's just the swearing. We'll be shocked, but we'll make them feel welcome. We'll not push them out, we'll not make them feel like outsiders one day.
How do you think they're going to feel when they arrive in Newcastle?
I think we'll shit ourselves.
The first of the Southern girls to arrive is Lucy.
I can't believe this is really happening. What have I let myself in for?
The North East suffers the highest rate of unemployment in the UK, and it's a situation due to worsen following recent public sector job cuts.
I'm thinking really bad thoughts right now.
For the next 10 days, the girls will be living in an ex-council house in the disadvantaged ward of Walker. The area has the worst unemployment in Newcastle at 18%.
Oh my God.
Recently refurbished, the Desres here is nevertheless a world away from life in Chelsea.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Next southerner up, Fiona Cully gets her first glimpse of the north.
In your head, like you're painted out like it's gonna be. You're gonna like go be somewhere like really scary, so you work it out. And it's just like completely normal to me. Oh my God. Hello. Hi. I'm Lucy.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Can I have a look around?
Ooh, bumper. It's cute, it's kind of like being at school again.
Yeah, did you get to do board? Yeah.
And there's a little bathroom.
As the girls make themselves at home, at the Women's Centre, the Geordies are about to find out who they've been paired with. First up is Fiona Cully.
By looking at that, I think she's going to be very well spoken, like very, oh gosh, that's ghastly.
Stuck up. Snotty.
A bit like, oh gosh, she's got 2 children, oh no.
Lindsay gets Lucy.
Wow.
She looks wild.
She looks wild, party animal.
She'll say she's had a tit stunt, isn't she?
I think she looks a bit like ditzy and she's the sort of person I'd think would walk round the Jubilee estate with an iPod out and a Blackberry and wave it about and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? She's not really streetwise.
I'm gonna got no internet here.
Might need to be outside.
Yeah.
While they wait for their final 2 housemates, Lucy and Fiona decide to brave Walker.
Everyone's staring at us. It's because we're blonde, that's it. Is this different to Waitrose? Oh my God, that's vile. Bacon grill. What is that? Do you know, like, what this stuff
You know
is?
what spam is? Of course you know what that is.
I know it's like that weird meat.
It's ham.
How is it kept in a tin? I just don't
It
understand.
lasts a very long time.
Ooh.
Just in case.
Are there any 24-hour shops around here?
Not around here, no.
No, okay. Thank you.
Shauna is partnered with Fee Wishart.
She lives on a farm.
She doesn't look rich.
And Kimberly will be with Stephanie Hislop.
Daddy's diamonds.
That shirt was about at least 100 quid.
Aye.
Them boots have got to be at least 100.
All in all, about £500 for an outfit that's just got on there.
Worried that the posh girls will stand out on the estates, Hufty sets the Geordies the task of finding clothes to help them blend in.
Organ hunting, here we go.
Aye. Prime money.
Prime money.
With just £30 to dress each posh girl, the Geordies head into town looking for bargains.
Leggings, leggings, yeah.
Choosing the right clothes for her southerner might be tricky for Lindsay. Lucy's a girl with expensive tastes. She likes to shop in London's smartest boutiques.
How much is it again?
Like 400 quid, it's like another coat, isn't it?
love the shoes. They're adorable. I really like them. So about 800, and the shoes 250. Just call mummy. I've never really actually needed to work. My father is very generous, and so they've made provisions for me, so money's never really much of an issue.
From the picture, she looked like she dresses up a lot and likes a lot of glitter and makeup, so I bought her jeans and hoodie just to dress her down a bit.
Mine comes from a farm, so I get her some jungle bits.
I would wear that. We would wear this too.
It's comfortable, should be fine.
It's not tight.
Kimberly has a treat in store for Steph.
Clean them all up. I'd drag her in the bathroom and I should have no choice to get them on. I had to get them on. I went out shop for them. It took us hours. Why did I have to get the long one?
Yeah, that's me sorted. I'm not teaching my no more. No, I'm not. Stuck in pants and a hoodie. There we go.
That's it. I'm sorted.
Are you sorted?
I want some bracelets. Some bracelets. She needs a bit of bling in her life.
Back at the house, the third posh girl has arrived.
Yeah, what do you think?
And it hasn't taken Steph long to get stuck in.
Jolly nice, actually.
With a few basics already in the house, this is the last food they'll cook without worrying about the bill.
Girls, do you want some more?
I'm okay, thanks. Cut this up.
Hi!
Drama student Fee Wishart is the final girl to arrive.
You need to drink wine after you travel. You've travelled so
So
far.
tired.
I missed it. What were you doing?
I was at singing a performance. I'm excited about bunk beds. That has excited me.
Yeah?
I was like, yes.
Did you go to boarding school?
Yeah.
So you're used to bunk beds?
Definitely.
Everyone here is in the same boat. Everyone's gone bunk beds? Fine. Haven't done it for 10 years.
Yeah, I know.
The four posh girls have no idea what to expect from their Geordie finishing school experience.
Yeah, how are you? Champion, thank you. Meet you.
So Hufty comes round to give them the lowdown.
So welcome to Newcastle, lasses. I can't do anything but applaud you. I think you're dead brave.
Hufty wants them to manage on £73.87, the equivalent of job seekers' allowance.
Thank you.
After deductions for basics already in the house, their budget has shrunk to £59.
Each or together?
Each, yeah. So that's what you're going to survive on.
10 days.
For 10 days.
59. Compared to what I'm used to in London. Just, that's unreal.
How much would £59 normally last you then, Lucy?
Oh, I don't even want to say. I'm so embarrassed.
2 days.
2 days, yeah.
2 days.
To make sure they don't get tempted, Hufty's taking their cash and credit cards for safekeeping. And for their safety, she wants their jewellery too.
There's lots of issues in this area with drug and alcohol abuse, antisocial behaviour. It's not an area that you might be used to. For an example, last week there was a lad who was stripped naked by a bloke who robbed him on the street because he liked his trainers, he liked his Levi jeans, and he liked his tracksuit top. Now, if that's for some clothes, what are they going to be like when they see your jewellery? It's real.
For Fiona, giving over her jewellery isn't easy. She's just got engaged with a dazzling ring.
Congratulations.
It's coming off there, isn't it?
It is, because I don't want your finger to be chopped off.
And Hufty has another proposal to stop them standing out.
Steph?
The clothes the Geordie girls chose for them.
Lucy?
I've got a really mumsy outfit.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
Strange, I don't really wear casual clothes. Do we have to wear these clothes tomorrow?
Well, they were picked for you, especially by your Geordie lasses, individually. So, it's up to you. They picked them for you.
It'd be rude not to wear it, especially if they've gone and picked it out for us as well.
Good, good. So, get a good night's sleep. And I'll see you tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, right?
Try all these on for you.
Who turns up to live in Walker in Newcastle with a big rock like that on their finger? I mean, 99.9% of Geordies are lovely, friendly people and dead honest. But you've got the odd Raji who take exception to that. They take it off a finger, they take a finger with it too. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's day one of finishing school. Time for their Geordie fashion makeover.
I feel like Jessie J. I feel a bit like a moron right now. Got some amazing jewellery which will replace my rings. I think it's going to replace the diamond nicely.
And what does Steph make of Kim's personal shopping?
Yeah, I think she's done really well. I think this is really nice. Excellent.
For Officer Training Corps Cadet Steph Hislop, university life is all about getting stuck in.
If I had to summarise my lifestyle, it would be carpe diem, which is Latin for seize the day.
She thinks the trip north could boost her career, which she hopes will start in a civil service.
In my day-to-day life, I do not meet working-class people by and large. And to have a very thorough and detailed understanding of how the rest of society works will, I think, be very beneficial to me in my future political career.
Before classes begin, the privileged girls' first challenge is to go and knock for the Geordie they've been paired with. Armed with scant directions and their benefit money, they have to cross the alien city on their own and into the council estate of a girl they've never met before. For the first time in their lives, their money isn't protecting them.
Oh no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to the bus stop. Because everyone's going to be looking at me funny.
Steph is determined to see the positives.
Yeah, the area is absolutely charming. I haven't seen any sign of poverty yet. If I wanted to go to Granger Street, am I on the right side of the road? Yeah. I am. Smashing, thank you very much. Charming, delightful, really, really friendly. And absolutely gorgeous.
With no knowledge of the area, Lucy succeeded in making it as far as the notorious Rye Hill estate and the family home of her guide, Lindsay.
Pretty odd. Very many Chelsea girls walking along the road with bloody tweed on, Louis Vuitton handbag. I'm scared.
Once one of the most run-down estates in Newcastle and a crime black spot, Rye Hill was a no-go area for outsiders because of girls like Lindsay.
A lot of people would say I was trouble when I was a young guy. My middle name was Trouble. I sort of got led into different things, like taking drugs and drinking a lot and, you know, doing like things that I shouldn't have been doing, really. I got in trouble with the police quite a lot. It's pretty normal. If you got arrested, it was sort of like, gosh, has been nicked again, what you done now?
Lindsay's now turned things around and trained as a youth worker, helping kids stay out of trouble.
Hello. Hi. I'm Lucy. By the way, thanks so much for my clothes. Look, I'm wearing them.
Are you wearing them?
Yeah.
Do you like them?
Yeah, I love them. I was like, I definitely had the coolest. Everyone's like, oh, you've got a really good outfit.
I've got that top, actually.
It's really nice.
Did I get earrings?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lindsay wants to teach Lucy about how tough things can be growing up here.
This is a main square where we used to knock about. All these houses were empty and boarded up.
Really?
No one really wanted to live there. I don't even think no one would want to squat there.
Really? Oh my God.
There's been massive council investment in the area since Lindsay was growing up, but it still suffers from unemployment 3 times higher than most of the city. And only a third of children leave school with 5 or more GCSE grades C or above.
That was our area.
Yeah.
So it was like if anyone else came in it, then there was trouble and
Really?
we sort of like claimed the area. There was a lot of fighting with weapons and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
What sort of weapons?
Guns and
Shit.
anything.
Oh my God, you're joking.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm only laughing because I'm just like so like so bad. Like, I don't know anyone like.
It's like if you've got to fight or if you've got to fight. Got to look after yourself, really.
Yeah.
All across the city, the posh girls are meeting their Geordie guides. The imposing biker wall is a world away from anything Fee's used to.
So these are houses.
Yeah, these are houses, and you've got like a primary school up there, which is my primary school I went to.
And Fiona is meeting single mum Michaela.
We've been given job seekers allowance.
Right, okay. You can learn about it yourself, can't you? Because I mean, I've been on job seekers a few times now.
Yeah.
It's just been so difficult, like childcare situations.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, for the first time in her life, Steph's boarded a public bus. As it makes its way across town, she's mentally preparing to explore more unknown territory, the council estate home of her Geordie guide, Kimberly.
Oh, then. Whee!
Mother of 2-year-old Jaden, Kimberly is a care assistant who lives at home with her parents.
Got my nephew in the corner, probably done a bunk from school early. That's a typical Geordie. I come from a very big family. I have 5 sisters and a brother. There's 3 of us work, one's on the sick, the other 2's on the dole, and so is my brother. It's a pony. That's his pony. So if the friend that's coming up from south wants to have a go with a pony, there's the one for her. I am privileged to have such a big family, but I do hope that she doesn't just see this and think, right, well, they're just this and they're that, when we're not, when we're really all nice people.
meet you. I'm Steph.
Yes, come in. Hello. Say hello. Hello.
Hello. Oh, shy. Hi. Hi, I'm Steph.
Good. Thank you. Do you have any children?
I don't know. No.
Do you have a partner?
I have a boyfriend, yeah. We've been together a year.
I have a husband.
Yep.
He's out in Afghanistan at the minute.
Is he?
Yes.
Do you know my father did a tour of Afghan?
Did he?
Yeah, my father's in the army.
Oh. It's a small world, really, isn't it?
It is. I tell you what, army world is crazy small. What regiment is your husband in?
Royal Tank Regiment.
Okay.
So he's a bit safer than a normal squaddy, really.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad of that.
Yeah.
Knowing that he's driving around, he's not actually walking. It keeps my mind at ease a bit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stairs.
When did you get married?
On the 2nd of October last year.
Oh, so really recently?
Yes, and I mean 2 weeks, we were married 2 weeks and he was gone.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks very much, thanks.
The house is really nice. I mean, the kitchen is clean and they've got sort of appliances that I wouldn't expect necessarily. So it's a surprise that they have that kind of all the mod cons, if you like. It is a small house for that many people to be living in. It's very rare to find 3 generations living under the same roof, but I think in terms of society, there couldn't be anything more healthy because it just breeds a real sort of family spirit, and that's delightful.
Now that they've met their Geordie guides, the finishing school lessons can begin. Newcastle's Central Market is the perfect place for a class on how to make job seekers' allowance stretch to feed them for 10 days.
This is a budgeting task. This is the Granger market. You'll get excellent produce and you'll get it at a fantastic price.
The Geordie girls have some advice.
That's for a penny long stand. A penny long stand. A penny long stand. Yeah.
Yeah, penny long stand.
It's not going to be like a cow's penis.
Right, let's go.
To see if the posh girls are managing their money, the Geordie girls get to watch on a TV monitor.
Oh my god, look how cute that is.
As well as shopping for themselves, tonight they'll be cooking dinner for the Geordies. So Hufty's giving them an extra tenner to buy some regional specialities.
Do you do peas pudding?
Yes.
What is it?
Peas pudding. It's just peas pudding made out of peas.
Do you sell plate pies?
Yeah, we do. Got some here, look.
One of those then.
Is there anything else on there?
Oh, and a penny long stand.
There's no penny long stands. It doesn't exist. That is somebody taking the mic.
You can hear them laughing.
Tonight's meal in hand, they can get back to buying food for the week, and Steph shows she has an eye for a bargain.
I think 10 for 180?
Do that. Yeah, we might as well because if you freeze them forever.
You're trying a budget, I think.
Despite temptation,
Look at those steaks. How incredible do they look?
they plump for the cheaper cuts of meat.
Should we get like a pound of sausages?
Yeah, that'd be good.
2 of these ones, 2 of these ones, and 1 of those. $1.99 for that.
Steph and Fiona look good at budgeting.
You can do it. I think the other two were a little bit clueless.
They're buying hers.
Oh, should we get some garlic?
She looks a bit lost, doesn't she?
She looks lost.
Do you think she's ever been on a budget?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think it's
Spend.
How much is that now?
Right, that's $2.30.
Oh.
You want a budget, like?
Yeah.
So it's really strict budget.
It is a strict budget. That's why we're hoping you give it to us for free.
Yeah. You've got more chance of getting a kiss off a crocodile.
Fiona, nothing in Newcastle's free. Regardless of you having a pretty little face, you're not going to get it one out.
Working as a group, the Southern girls pass this test and leave with enough food to feed themselves for 6 days for just £20. Thinking about how to make a little money go a long way is a step in the right direction, but they still have a lot more to learn to understand how poverty affects people. Hufty wants them to see how different their lives are from that of their Geordie sisters.
Right, lasses. What we're going to do now is get to know each other a bit more as a group.
So she's devised a series of questions about money and upbringing to get the debate flowing.
The question is, what do your parents do? And the answer is, they're both on benefits.
This answer's close to home for all of the Geordies, but it's Michaela's.
How long have they been on benefits?
My mum probably her whole life.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about my dad because we only met a couple of years ago.
Right. OK, Fee, what about your parents?
My dad is a banker and my mum doesn't do anything.
Is that because your dad's got loads of money? And she doesn't even... No, just... I'm not being rude by asking.
She is a lady of leisure.
Because
She
your
doesn't
dad's-
do anything.
Do you get money off your parents?
Yeah.
Like an allowance?
Yeah, I get an allowance.
How much do you get off of them?
£700 a month.
That's my wage. I go to work and I graft really hard for 12 hours and I come out with what you get for an allowance. It's like, oh, does anybody want a swap lifestyle?
OK, what is the most luxurious item you have bought for yourself or had bought for you? And the answer is button necklace when I was younger. Lindsay, is it you?
No.
How long did you save for it?
Months,
Yeah.
just forever. Had to go down the shop every week and pay like as much as I could off.
Lucy, what about you?
My parents bought me a flat in London.
A flat?
Yeah.
OK, next one. Where did you go to school? And the answer is I have attended international school in South Africa till I was 7. Then I went to boarding school in Dorset in England.
You've travelled the world with your
Yeah.
That's absolutely... I've never been on a plane before in my life.
Oh my God.
I've never been abroad.
For single mum Michaela, holidays abroad are just a dream.
Do you want to go on the roundabout?
She has more pressing issues, like surviving.
It's really hard to get a job in Newcastle at the moment. I mean, God, I've been looking for absolute months. I've been to shops sending me CVs out, and I'm just trying to move me life in a positive direction, like up a positive path. I don't want to sit there and be on benefits because what example am I setting for my children? You know, I want them to see you've got to go out and you've got to work for things that you want to like.
So, boarding school then?
Yeah, boarding school since I was 7.
Would you not miss your family?
So you move into a new family and you've got, you've got house parents and you've got 60 sisters.
It was like massive sleepover with all your friends.
It was probably, the best 7 years of my life.
Really sit back.
I couldn't ever put my son in boarding school. Never, ever. I love him too much. I mean, I know it was for their best interest, but if you're a good mother, I think you should stick by your children. And then one of them says, a dad bought her a house. That was quite a big shock. I would love my dad to turn around and buy me a house. Absolutely love it.
Bye. See you later.
Splashing out round here tends to be on the simpler stuff. Hufty's asked Lindsay to give Lucy a taste of a Geordie treat. Getting your nails done.
They're so weird. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Do you like them?
Yeah, I think they'll grow on me. I just don't want to look too Essexy.
There's no wrong with that.
Over at the girls' house in Walker, Fee and Fiona have to cook dinner for 8 on a budget, but the peas pudding is perplexing them.
I'm not sure if you're meant to eat it raw. No, you must have to cook it.
Let's see.
Doesn't give any instructions.
Oh my God, that just smells like a garden. It smells like mud.
Has it got any... Let's just see what it's got in it.
No, but check. Can you not say, does it not say directions?
Oh. What does it taste like? It's kind of like sweet corn. You just need to heat it up. It's kind of nice. Or not. No? Don't like it.
So yeah, I don't really go out a lot. No. Last time I was out, I think it was like
Christmas or something?
I'd have been out last night, tonight, and tomorrow. The bad thing is the booze is free. It's just everything. Magnums, a vodka, champagne.
That would be brilliant.
How come you don't go out so much now?
I've done it all when I was younger.
Yeah.
I used to go to the bars when I was like 14, so...
How did you get in? Like ID?
No, just walked in. I've always looked older.
Yeah, I was about to say about you.
Like with older people, so... Like I say, I've done it all before and I'm sort of like bored of it.
Yeah. She used to be a massive party animal when she was like 14 years old. What was I doing at 14? So the parties without alcohol, completely different, whereas she'd be sat on her wall outside her house drinking cider and stuff. It's just different worlds.
Despite the enormous golf, tonight the Southerners are serving up their budget cuisine. But Lucy's got other things on her mind.
I've never had them before, but they're acrylic.
Apparently they're going to bug your nails.
Oh, God.
Ash, give us some flowers, bless her head. Tell Ash she'll get fined. Steph, stop doing that, you get fined. I put you flower in when I'm getting council house and the council garden, get fined. Fair God, so how many are you? She was like, no way. How are you? I'm fine. Wow, but you've got the... What are you doing? Mrs. Finger's champagne.
Yes, that we put Geordie champagne.
How's the food coming on now?
Well, we have decided
to improvise.
And
yeah,
gravy
I'm
because
absolutely
clamming.
Yeah, clamming.
Yeah, it means starving.
Clamming.
Like, I'm absolutely clamming.
Means
starving.
Like a clam. Like a clam as in the seafood clam.
No, do you know when
What's clam?
Clam is like clamming,
oyster.
like being sticky and gross. But
No, clamming or Geordie's is like starving.
Ah.
I think we're ready.
So what will they make of their budget dinner?
Thank you. Wow. I'm going to enjoy every extra one of this.
How's the potato thing? What does it taste like?
It's really, really, really nice.
I love it. The plate pie is like quiche, but just with a pastry topping. Really nice.
It's
so delicious.
Seems like it hit the spot with both groups of girls.
The sausages are cracking, actually. Really
The
cracking.
sausages are really nice, aren't they?
Them sausages are dead distinctive.
What does this take with me?
I don't know. Well done, well done.
Alright, high five on the meal.
I'm not being funny, but when you students move out, I'm going to ask how much it is to rent this place because it is.
What do you do, like, to get a council? Because, like, how do you go and apply for one?
You go into the council, you get a housing form, and it can take anywhere from weeks to months to years before you hear for a house. I've been on the waiting list for absolute donkeys.
What are the priorities? Like, what?
Well, priorities, like, with people with kids,
more or less.
people with issues, like drug and alcohol issues, domestic violence.
It just goes on points and how many points you've got. And unless you're in danger, or unless you've got about 5 kids in a 2-bedroom house, you are not
Even if
getting
you're
moved.
in, it's really bad. Yeah, really, really bad.
Housing is just one problem affecting these Geordie girls. Trying to live on low wages or benefits means they often don't have enough to get by on.
I really, really have to do a hell of a lot, and I'm still left with not a penny.
But you don't go without sort of, you know, going to the pub for a drink or two.
Yeah. Sometimes I have to walk to work because I haven't got a bus fare to get to work. I have to walk back.
If I need to save money for, like, say it was Mother's Day, I've had to sit in for a couple of weeks so I know that I've got money.
I wish I could ring my parents and go,
I know, that's
I need
the thing that
£500.
My parents have had to sacrifice for my education. I mean, a boarding school of, £26,000 a year doesn't come without sacrifice.
Yeah.
And my mother's gone without a wonderful wardrobe. My parents don't drive fancy cars because they love me so much that they've given up all the things that they would, you know, quite like to have in their life and could do if they just sent me to a state school.
But my mum and dad love me a lot.
But it's
But
just
I've got
different.
out to sacrifice, if you know what I mean.
But it's just different. It's just different worlds, like different ways
It's
of
like
being
living
brought
on
up.
two different planets.
Yeah, it is. It completely is. And
My mum's telling me stories about when I was younger with my big sister, and she had like 2 bits of bread left and 2 eggs left for the whole week, and she gave me and my sister it, and she starved for the whole week.
It's been a full-on day, with lots of discoveries for the privileged girls. They're coming to understand a bit about how the other half live.
Thank you very much for having one.
I couldn't believe it when they were saying that about the food. God, I felt sick. Like, all of us have went to boarding school, how much our parents spent on school fees, let alone school dinners. And it's, yeah, it's just insane and different ball games.
But they're not all completely sympathetic.
It is heart-wrenching to think that people do actually live on the poverty line or below it. And yet, I find it very difficult to understand because I see them with Blackberries and I see that they sort of have modern appliances in their houses. Whilst I can never appreciate what it must be like to live on a tight budget as they often do, I am mildly sceptical about where the money actually goes.
I don't think they could imagine what it's like to be me at all. I think they're going to have to spend a lot more time with us to understand what it's like to be one of us, to understand what it's like to have your gas and electric run out, or to understand what it's like to work for things that you want in life. It's really hard.
Oh my God, these bloody nails. I don't like them. I think they're really chubby. So now I'm stuck with these, like, giant talons. They've wrecked everything.
Because you cut up your thumb as one.
Yes. It looks horrible.
Being forced to survive on job seekers' allowance has made the girls resort to a packed lunch, Geordie style.
It smells really good.
Stotty with peas pudding.
Basically, it's just bread. It looks a bit gross, but actually, it didn't taste too bad. Oh, God. I'm putting loads of cheese on yours for you.
Thanks, babe.
The girls are making a good start at living on a budget, but they need to be tested further on fitting in. Today presents a perfect opportunity. It's match day in Newcastle. The day when the Geordie nation is unified by the famous black and white stripes of the city's football club. But before the girls are let loose on the supporters, there's one area where they still need a little work. The Geordie language. Comedian and linguistic expert Simon Donald has been called in to provide their next lesson, Geordie elocution.
Stand up, ladies. No, just the posh ones.
Ladies.
Starting with a classic.
How now, brown cow? Say after me. How
now, brown cow?
Right. Who knew Broon Coo?
Who knew Broon Coo?
Who knew Broon Coo?
It's changing your mouth, like, because you're like, who knew Broon Coo?
Try saying further.
Found it easier.
Cotya.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
By Geordie, I think they've got it.
And you've got to think of something useful that you can teach these girls. One sentence, so like...
From this area, fuck right off.
Do one.
There is a different attitude towards swearing around the country. That may be one area where you will maybe struggle to fit in. Okay. Come up with 4 expressions to teach your partners.
There's a lot of Geordie to get to grips with. Like the sounds. The expressions.
Noot.
And of course, the swearing.
You fucking taking the piss. I love swearing in Geordie. It's so much more fun. Oh my god, my parents are gonna watch this.
After a morning of practice, Simon is happy to pass them with one last bit of advice.
Well, the people of Newcastle are very friendly when it comes to everything, unless you look at them funny. Basically, snobbery is one thing that they don't like, so let's see if you can go out into the wilds of Newcastle and use what you've learned and go out and lovely to meet you all. I'd like
Time to try out their new skills on the Geordie Nation. Can the Southerners really fit in amongst the local football supporters?
We want you to experience the whole culture of Geordie land, and this is a great way to do it by going to the match. Everybody up for it? Yeah!
Hufty is leading them to a busy bar in the stadium.
Supporters are called the Toon Army.
Why is it Lagoon?
As in town.
It's like not the town army.
Toon Army.
Eager to fit in. Or, after a souvenir, the girls set their hearts on replica shirts.
Can you afford shirts?
I don't know, how much are they?
About £35.
No, that's what I've got for the next 10 days.
They certainly can't afford £35 on their benefits. But these girls are canny lasses. They find ones in the sale for £5. It's an unnecessary purchase, but as a Newcastle fan, Hufty isn't going to lecture them.
Lasses, I am so proud of you. Honestly, you're really getting into the Toon Army spirit. And if you were going to blow your benefit on anything, blowing them on Newcastle United tops, that's the way to go, lasses. That's the way to go. Show them to take care of them.
Come on, then.
Remembering what they've learned about avoiding giving dirty looks, the posh girls launch a Southern charm offensive.
You like our t-shirt?
They discover Geordie guys are rather eager to chat with them and to help them hone their skills.
The Ben's all hacky from larking in the claw.
Ben is all hacky from larking in the mark.
In the claw.
In the claw?
Yeah.
What's claw?
Something like that.
How is claw mud? You're like, I didn't make it up. That's just what it is.
This particular test gone more smoothly for Fiona than the other girls.
We did talk to a few Geordie men. Pretty hammered, to be honest. Yeah, they were a bit hammered. So, like, the accent was even harder to understand. The men were friendly, though, weren't they? They were really friendly to me. Why is that funny? Why is that funny, babe?
The posh girls have now been living on the equivalent of benefits for 3 days. They may not all be dressing like Geordies, but they've succeeded in feeling at ease in the city. And their eyes are starting to open to some of the issues of hardship in disadvantaged areas, particularly when it comes to their Geordie guides. 20-year-old youth worker Lindsay has invited Lucy to meet some of her family.
Hiya, you alright?
Yeah. How you going?
Come in.
It's great.
Oh, hi. This is Paul, my little brother, and this is Christina. Hi, twins.
Growing up in a single-parent family, Lindsay took on a lot of responsibility at a very young age.
I found myself looking after the younger brother and sister, taking them to school and stuff, making sure they were safe, and you put them before yourself.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's just something I had to do, and something that's actually helped us a lot in my life now. Although it's hard, it's didn't any harm to me. Well, I don't think it did anyway.
We've always been like a family where we help each other, and it was just normal, like to watch the band for half an hour, something like that.
As a big sister, Lindsay has always acted as a role model, although they still remember when she wasn't a good one.
Remember one time my mum tried to climb her, and she jumped out the top window of the house. And she had like inches, like these inch high heels, and she jumped out the window because my mum tried to ground her.
Yeah, she told me she's a bit of a party animal when she was younger. Do you go out? Were you like? Could you say you're like a mini Lindsay? Or?
She goes out with her friends and that, but obviously when I've just seen Rachel with all, so I think you'll well. Have you ever learned your lesson?
I don't normally drink on street corners. No.
My friends do.
I don't. My friends do. I don't. I have seen it all, Lindsay. I don't want to go through that.
Her meeting Lindsay has changed my opinion on the girls that I thought would be up there completely. Didn't realise how hard it really was, and I don't know. Like I question. I don't think I'd be able to do what she's done.
So far in Newcastle, the girls have been hearing about what it means to grow up with little money. Now Hafti wants to push them even further. Drug abuse is a common problem that deprived communities have to live alongside. At 16, Natalie moved to Newcastle from Greece for a better education, but ended up developing a drug habit. Her mum, Nuli, has been trying to get her off heroin for the last 5 years. Natalie has been given a new flat to help her find some independence, and Hafti wants the girls to help do it up.
Hello. Come on in.
Oh, thank you very much. Lasses, I'd like to introduce you to Nuli.
Hello.
And this is her daughter Natalie, and this is Natalie's flat.
Hello.
Yeah. So, do you want to be getting your gear on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorted. We'll get down to some hard work.
While Steph and Lucy get to work on the garden, Fiona and Fee begin painting the bathroom. These are all jobs Natalie can't do on her own, as she has limited mobility.
And do you mind telling us what's going on with your leg?
I've had 6 operations in it. That's one of them. And I've had one underneath. Ow, ow.
Ooh, careful, don't hurt yourself.
How did it start? Drug use, basically. When I was young, I done a lot of naughty things.
You injected heroin in your leg?
In my groin, to be exact, because I really hammered my arms, as you can tell. I had loads of abscesses. Oh my God, it was like really gross, like clumps of blood and crap just squirting out my arms all over the place.
How did the whole thing start? Like, how old were you?
Well, from about 16 onwards. I did use for about 10 years, on and off.
How old are you now?
I'm 31. Oh, that looks great.
Mum Nuli was living in Greece when she heard her daughter was in a lot of trouble. She dropped everything.
You must have been so kind of like cut up.
It's a very, very bad thing for human nature, you know, drugs.
Yeah.
It can really destroy you, you know, can really destroy your character, your life.
Did you see her take drugs?
Yes, of course. I see her taking drugs and I see her overdose and...
Did she ever ask you to... Because I know sometimes they do. They ask you, please, like they're begging you for help.
I did have sometimes to give her money to get drugs.
So it's
the
quite...
dealer was downstairs and was expecting some money, otherwise he would beat her, so I had to give her, you know.
That's incredible. I don't know, like, I'm sure my mum would do that, but I can't...
She would do exactly the same.
Yeah. Really?
Yes, because when your child is in this position, it's so painful to see your child so vulnerable, because it's not that she does drugs, it's the way she is after she does drugs.
Really?
Everybody can exploit her. Everybody can abuse her, you know?
She suffered sort of violence.
She did, yes, of course, because she was in the streets.
She really is.
She was beaten, she was raped, she was...
She's been raped?
Of course.
You're so brave.
I have no choice, have I?
How did you buy the drugs?
I did do prostitution, yes. Another thing. So I'm staying away from that now. I'm trying to survive, but oh, don't cry. Come here. It's okay, don't cry. Oh, don't cry. I don't do it anymore.
I know, but it's just so sad.
Yeah. Well, a lot of women have to still do it, you know. It's out there. But my mum turned everything around. She got me somewhere to stay, and she's done a lot for me. I'm sorry I upset you. I'm emotional too. I can't cry.
Sorry. All the painting has gone down the hill. It's like,
It doesn't matter. It's okay. Don't worry. You've done most of it. It looks really nice.
I've got loads more to do.
Oh yeah.
Natalie has been clean of heroin for 10 months. In the bathroom, the chat has turned to future plans.
I get married next year.
Oh,
next year.
I've actually bought a wedding dress because I found it in a cheap shop.
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you got
I
it?
sort of put it on sometime.
Where is it?
I'm not even going to get married. It's in my wardrobe. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Come on. Bedroom.
I'm obsessed with wedding dresses.
So am I. It actually fits me and shit. It's in here for you. Ah! I've even got the shoes that go with it.
Oh my God.
How pretty is that?
No way. You can't say you never get married. You might get married.
So you have to have money to do things like that, and I don't. But honestly, 20 quid, how cool is that?
That is so cute. I love that you have a wedding dress. I love that.
Do you want to borrow it?
Oh, wow.
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Do you reckon
Yeah, how are you finding it?
Yeah, me too. It's just brutal.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever met someone who said to me, you know, I was in prostitution to pay for anything, really.
Wow, that is really looking nice. I'm going to be very proud of my garden.
I hear about things like that, and you read about things like that, but you don't sit in the same room as someone that basically is brave enough to tell you all the things that have happened and stuff, and the things that she's done to get drugs. I really hope that she kind of stays clean and can stay in this house and things. And this, you know, the council giving money to make her better, for me, is like a good reason, you know. And I think that there definitely should be enough money from councils for people that are fixing themselves like this, instead of wasted on people that maybe don't deserve it as much as she does.
This experience is proving a lot tougher than they expected.
Oh no, I'm gonna cry. Just can't think of like how, I mean, sure, like her life must have been just awful to turn and do that. Because like, I just can't think that I would ever, I would ever turn to that. And she did, and I just, oh God, that upset me so much, because I think that's like the worst thing, the most degrading thing for like a girl to go through.
It's been 4 days since they enrolled at the Geordie finishing school. The 4 privileged girls from down south are just beginning to experience the hardships of life on the breadline. Hafty's called the 4 Geordie girls together to find out how they think the Southerners have been doing.
Who do you think is being the most genuine?
Fiona.
Why?
I just don't know. It's just the way she is going on.
She's very comfortable talking
Yes,
to us, isn't she?
yes.
And she swears.
Yeah.
Honest, isn't it?
Yeah, she swears.
Who do you think is the most scared by what they've seen?
Steph.
Lucy?
Steph. I think Lucy as well. I think she's the most frightened. When she's saying something, she's putting her point across, but not fully.
Yeah.
Who's finding it the hardest?
That would be Lucy.
Lucy, yeah.
Finding it the hardest.
I find her
would be
very,
Lucy.
like, sometimes when she's
She's
like
like the baby
talking,
of the group,
I
isn't
think,
she?
like, sometimes I feel like when we're on about things, I think she, like, just, like, sits back and you're like...
And she'll take it all in.
She'll take it all in. But, like, sometimes I think, oh, God, does she feel a bit intimidated?
Yeah, she'll give her opinion, but not a full opinion. She kind of holds back.